In this week's episode, we're a man down as Anthony convalesces from a silencing sickness. That's not going to stop us from covering the opening of Pixar Fest, though. We cover all the parades, popcorn buckets, and AP stickers. Ugh. Lots of opinions, squealing from the background, and sold-out items. Diggs has a special Pixar edition of Fat Time in the Parks, What's Good and What's New. There'll be churros as far as the eye can see. Also, parking quandaries, The Incredibles, mail, and more on this not-so-silent episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
I'm Tim. Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Disney, Star Wars, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think up me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me. Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
Hey, what's up? Hey, look, it's Tim over here. He's on his phone.
No.
Yes.
I would never.
Right, sure. Well, we want to welcome you guys to our episode number 124.
Is it really that high?
Yes, it is.
No way. The last time I looked at the episode count, it was like 106. We've done that many since then?
Yes, we
We've
have.
only missed one. Jeez.
It's crazy. We're going to be talking about Pixar Fest because that just kicked off and everything, and it's going to be pretty entertaining to find out what we thought of it.
You know, before we get into that, I just wanted, there's an elephant in the room, and it's like so big that I think something's missing. What's missing?
I don't know.
Is something missing?
It's kind of quiet.
It's really quiet and less like whiny.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
Anthony lost his voice.
But where is he?
He's right here picking his nose.
He wasn't, but now he is.
Yeah.
But seriously, Anthony, you're sitting right here. Can you give us any kind of vocal?
Hi.
Yeah. So Anthony lost his voice, so as strange as that might sound to everyone, he's just going to sit here and listen. So if we are doing anything to taunt him, just kind of deal with it this week. He's only got his Star Wars sounds to respond to us, basically.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
It's worse for you this week, I'll tell you that much.
All right, but you know what? It doesn't matter because Anthony didn't go to Pixar Fest. He didn't go to the opening and all that because he said he was sick. We were like, yeah, sure. But anyway, I guess he was because...
He bitched out is what happened.
But let's start before the opening of Pixar Fest with soft openings.
Well, yeah, because you were there... Or no, we were recording last week on Tuesday, and it was the first night that they did. It was the first night that they did the fireworks.
Right, the new fireworks show, Together Forever, a Pixar spectacular.
And then they did that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then of course everything kicked off Friday.
Yeah, so I went on Thursday because we mentioned that there was going to be a soft opening of Paint the Night. And also on Thursday there was this soft opening of Pixar Play Parade. So I was over there at Disneyland, and I went over to the new, what do you call it? The new area they built for the new opening for the parade route. They moved the fence over, and the new route it comes out over there by Small World.
I haven't been back there to see that.
Yes, that's one thing you should have went to do.
So what did it look like?
It basically looks like a long corridor. And where the gate was is now part of the queue.
For Small World.
Yes. So instead of them going over to the little area where the parade viewing is and have them going back and forth in there.
That was my next question: is what was the real reason that they moved it? But now we know. It's to
Well, you
extend
know
the
what?
queue.
It was said to have been for stroller parking, quote unquote stroller parking, which is really
geez.
Yes, but it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad they just went ahead and got really smart and put the queue over there. So you go ahead and walk into the queue line in the entrance, just like always, and then you go down, and then they have, you know, the regular queue, and then you see an area for an extended queue. It's cool how they are so creative, because if you have never been to Disneyland, you wouldn't be able to tell that that's brand new, because they have all these trees there. They have just the way they did everything over there. So it's really cool how they did it. And right now they have, I took some pictures and sent it to Anthony. They have some temporary speakers set up for the parade over there that are just, you know, an eyesore, because they're just, you can tell they don't belong there. So maybe later on they'll put some poles up and hang the speakers there. But it looks pretty cool. It's really nice what they did. And I don't know if they're actually done, because there's some other like walls that are on the side of the, you know, in the planners and stuff. So they might not be done with all that. But as far as the parade stuff goes, that stuff is done. So I was just over there hanging out because I knew they were going to be doing a soft opening, but I didn't hear any announcements or anything. But you see people sitting on the curbs and waiting and everything. So I figured I was going to go ahead and wait over there where that area is, where people, you know, go and wait for the parades, and they have those packages for parades that, you know, of course they're not going to be doing that on the first, you know, on a soft opening. So then the announcement came on and said that they were going to have the Pixar Play Parade in an hour, and that was at 3:50.
Was it Bill Rogers' announcement?
Yes. So that was at 3:50 when that came on. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I have time to go do other stuff. So I went to go just walk around and things like that. I go check out what was going on. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I came back and I was in that area where I wanted to sit for the parade. I was able to sit there, not everybody taking that area because they didn't know. So I was sitting there. I watched the parade, took some pictures, and if you guys follow our social medias, you've seen the pictures I posted of the Pixar Play Parade. And I just want to say right now, my favorite float. Do you know?
No.
You don't know?
Well, it's not Baloo because he's not in it.
No.
What is it?
It's Bing Bong, Bing Bong.
Now, is that new?
Yes.
Okay, so my next question was, what's new in the parade? It was so crazy on Friday and Sunday. We were both there both days. We avoided watching the parade. I figure that we'll go during the week.
That's a good idea.
We'll watch the parade and the fireworks during the week when we don't have to fight people, especially not the first night.
Yeah, that's a good idea to do. I'm glad that I was there for a soft opening, so I don't have to go and try to get a spot for the parade.
Right.
But yeah, it's Joy and Sadness on Bing Bong's wagon. That's brand new. And behind the wagon is Bing Bong on the float. Now he's he's not real. He's not someone in a suit or anything. It's just on the float. But it's pretty cool. Does he move? He does move, I believe.
So it's a minor animatronic sort of.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, at least Bing Bong's there. So I like that.
Well, he's my favorite from that movie by far.
Yes, he's my favorite too.
I have a couple Bing Bong items. I have a Bing Bong plush that's like maybe 8 or 10 inches. And then I had a talking one because when I was looking for one at first, it was the only one I could find. And then I realized that it's less, I don't know, I didn't like it as much. So I sold that one on eBay and I bought, when it finally became available, I bought another of the smaller plush. And then I think I broke even. And then I have not a mini plush, it's a Tsum Tsum, I think from Japan.
Oh, okay.
That somebody gave me. And then I have they don't have them here, but they're basically plush buttons, and they're from Japan. If you go to the Disneyana convention, some of the booths have them, but they're basically just character faces with a button clip hanging from kind of like a ribbon. So there's they do an alien, they do all the characters. They're like Tsum Tsum faces, essentially, or emoji type faces. Yeah. But I have a Bing Bong one, an alien one, and I think one other. But
that's pretty cool.
Those are my Bing Bong items.
Well, the other new float is the lead float, and that is the lamp light, the Pixar lamp light. So it's pretty cool. When I was waiting for the parade, I was right there by the new opening.
Pictures of that?
Yes, I did. And you can see the floats coming out, getting ready for the parade to start. And that one's just, you can see it over the fence. You can see it. Oh, it's pretty cool. So I took a picture. I'm sending to people, hey, spoiler. But
what was the old lead float?
It was the
now I'm having trouble remembering.
It was the Monsters Inc.
That was first.
Yeah. It's still in there. And so
it's back one.
Yeah, I believe it is back one. So I mean, it's pretty cool. I saw that. The other new one is the Up.
There's an Up float.
Yes,
I like it.
So you have Russell riding Kevin.
Okay, that's awesome.
That was pretty cool. And then you have Carl on the float, and then you can see the balloons in the house up there. And
that's
like
cool.
A little. It's pretty cool. That one, he's talking and saying things like that.
So it's just the two new floats.
There's three.
What's the third one?
Well, that's the Bing Bong. The Bing Bong, the Lamplight. And
Bing Bong and Lamplight. Okay, so it's three separate. Is the Bing Bong float small?
No, it's a big float. I mean, it's not big. Yeah, I would say small then. Yeah.
Not like the lead float.
No.
Like the Incredibles float.
Right. Or Bug's Life. So yeah, you're right. It's small, but it's pretty cool. And
it's cool that they've freshened it up. You know what I mean? It's good that if it was the same exact thing that they brought over from the other park, that's a little bit stale. Everybody's seen that parade. But I'll tell you what, this whole Pixar Fest thing, I didn't realize what a cash cow, not just Pixar in general, but for this event is basically just a reuse of things that they already have. They just swapped two parades, basically, and are just releasing merchandise, Pixar Fest, with a bunch of properties that they already own, and they're, they just haven't released a lot of this stuff before. And people are eating it up, man. The merchandise lines are crazy. The popcorn bucket lines are crazy.
All right,
we'll get to that later.
Yeah, before we get to that, I just want to say, wrap it up with the parade. There's one thing that's missing from the parade that they took out was cars. So basically, Lightning McQueen and Mater.
Well, that makes sense, though, because those are the same cars that are used in the meet and greets.
I was thinking that
at
too.
DCA.
Right.
So they can't do the meet and greets if those cars are in the parade. Right, Anthony? What do you think?
Thumbs up.
I got a thumbs up.
So yeah, those are what's missing on that parade. But it was pretty cool. I enjoyed watching it. And then I real quick on the opening of the official opening on Friday. I actually watched the parade, but I was at Jolly Holiday, sitting down eating. So
from a distance.
Yeah, like I said, you watch it once, you see the new stuff, and you don't need to watch it again. It's unless there's nobody around, you can get a good spot. But
it's not like the electrical parade. It's not worth fighting for it.
Right.
Well, plus it's going to be running for how long? Until September at least, right?
Right.
Could be much longer.
Yeah.
Who knows how long they're going to do this Pixar Fest? Actually, I was wondering that. What do you think?
Well, that's supposed to be till September, Labor Day weekend.
Bye,
okay?
Anthony. Oh, okay. He's okay. Whew.
So, continue with soft openings. You had the two parades. Okay, now let's go to Paint the Night. I went over to Paint the Night, or went over to DCA, and my plan was to go over there, the brand new area they have at the Saloma Terrace. They have that new area they opened up right along the parade route, which is probably going to be for package deals to eat and then watch the parade right there.
Did they separate an area that was already there?
No, they made a new area. So if you go over there,
over there. I guess I just didn't notice.
There was because for a few months or whatever, there was a wall along there.
I know what you're talking about now.
Okay, so now they made this new area where you can sit down and eat. So I'm going to guess that's going to be one of the packages.
Makes a lot of sense.
So that was my idea. I'm going to go over there and grab a table and sit there and watch the Paint the Night. Well, my plans didn't go through as much as I wanted them to because I was just doing other things and I couldn't get over to DCA on time. And of course, by the time I get there, there's already people doing my idea.
Of course there are.
Because, I was literally going to sit there for hours. I would have just sat there because that's what we do. We sit anyway. So I was going to just grab a table and sit there, but people already done that. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I was just walking. I went up and down the parade route just to see what areas were available. And Hollywoodland was, oh my God, it was packed. Mm-hmm. Hollywoodland all the way up to the beginning of the Food and Wine Festival area. And then when you get around like Ariel, the ride, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty much open. You could have got anywhere in there and saw it.
You know, the reason for that, I think, though, is that area is a dead end right now. So if you go down there, the only way out is back in. So I think a lot of people are just not going that direction.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think the lines right now, even for Toy Story, are not as much going the other direction either, because nobody's. You don't get a lot of that what if traffic. You know, they're just going in the circle to see what's going on, and they decide, oh, look what's here. Let's go on this ride, Mr. Potato Head. You know, but they're not doing that right now because we can't go. It's a dead end. So you're not getting that cross traffic that goes in the circle.
So like I said, I walked the parade route, checked it out, see what's going on. And I went right back up towards the entrance of the park, and I went over to Hollywoodland. And the parade was starting at 8:15, and it was probably about 8 o'clock when I'm walking up.
The Pixar Play Parade. No, you're talking about Paint the Night.
Paint the Night.
Sorry. For some reason, I was thinking Pixar plays during the day.
So I found a spot right by Guardians, right there in that area across from Hyperion, like where the Animation Academy is.
Okay.
So the side wall when you're going towards Guardians, so that wall right there. I found a spot. There's like
where the stairs are on the backside, kind of.
Right after the stairs, because I went up the stairs, went down, and then so right after that, I looked. I saw a big opening. Oh, cool! I'm getting in here. I got in there.
A lot of people don't check that backside too because it's right at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got in there. Like I said, it was probably 15 minutes to the parade or so, waiting there and watched the parade and seeing Mac make that turn coming out of the gate and making that turn.
Yeah.
It was really, really interesting. Going really slow.
It didn't look like he could make it.
At first, no, it didn't. But a lot of practice runs to get through that parade route.
I mean, it's basically the size of a real semi truck.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a little smaller, but not by much.
Right. The trailer's not as big, but yeah. Watching that turn, that's the first thing I was thinking. How's he going to make this turn? So I was just watching. It's going really, really slow. So I took some pictures of that, and of course, it was the soft opening was also press. There's a lot of people from the press there, and right there on Buena Vista Street, right by the fountain, they had a riser set up for press to do videos all that. On the side of Buena Vista Street, our Hollywoodland, on the side of where Award Wieners is, that whole area was for press only. They told people they couldn't stand there and watch the parade. It was press only. So, yeah, it was. There was a lot of people there for that soft opening, and I think we mentioned this before. The one float that's missing from that parade is, of course, Frozen,
because it won't fit down Hollywood.
Right. So there's no Frozen float for that.
Do you think? Now, I was just there again the other day, and I looked up at those cables, and they're actually a lot higher up than you'd think. Do you think that that's why they removed it still? It's just really that tall?
It could be.
Or do you think that maybe they've moved them up since I realized? I don't know.
I've heard that they were raised up.
Because they looked higher than I remembered.
I heard that they have been raised up, but when I went over there to look, I couldn't see any markings on the pole.
That's a good thing to check.
This is, you can tell by the paint.
Where it was.
Yeah, exactly. So
unless they redid all that pretty quickly or something.
I don't know. So I really can't tell. But when you go over to in front of the Animation Academy, you can, and the trolleys there, you can see that the pole is actually higher. Like you can, it's fully erect when you go over there. Compared to where you're on the Buena Vista Street, over in that area, it's not as erect as it is over there.
The pole doesn't. It tilts back more, essentially.
Right,
okay.
Right. So if you go over there...
Less erect.
Yes.
I had to say it, too.
And if you go over there, and you'll you'll notice that, it is, higher.
Straight up.
Yes.
Straight up and down.
So anyway, like I said, I heard it was moved up. They were moved up, but I can't confirm that or not, because I didn't see any markings when I looked. But yeah, anyway, like I said, a lot of people there. As I was waiting for, like I said, I walked the parade route. I was over there at the Garden Grill area or the Paradise Gardens area, and they were doing press in the gazebo.
Well, that area also is where they're doing the new photo. There's a new photo area.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that area where the gazebo is, that's where they do the photo ops. It was all closed. They put like covers so you can't see in there. And now you're seeing pictures coming out of the celebrities taking photos. Oh, so and so was there, and so and so, and it makes it seem like they were there today. Like,
because that's what I thought is they were there on Friday or Sunday.
Today was they released the picture of what's his name, Zach Braff.
Okay.
And from
he's
his
on
show,
a new show. Too.
Yeah,
This Is Us or something, or no? That's
no.
His is the new one where he has like a Indian daughter, I think.
Yeah.
He's like a scientist or something. I don't remember. Tia Sarkar on Star Wars Rebels plays Sabine on Star Wars Rebels. Plays his wife on the show where Zach Braff is now located.
So anyway, they had that photo op there, and it was all because when I was over there, I'm watching them do things, and it was all closed, and they had Woody out there, and things like that.
I've seen Woody, Sally. I've seen some Up characters. I think there was. It's been a few different ones that you don't always see out. It's kind of cool. That area, I mean, the area is well done. It's like there's a 3D look to the backdrop. It's not just a piece of fabric or plastic. It's like molded at least. And then on the ground, they have the Luxor ball.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Something, maybe a small segue. I don't know how much more you had, but at the media event, they gave out Pixar Fest ear hats that had different characters featured on the ears. So all the hats were blue, and they say Pixar Fest. It's like a patch. I can show you a photo, but all the hats say Pixar Fest, but on the ears are different characters.
Oh yeah.
So they have a Wally and Eva. They have Woody and Buzz. They have Mater and Lightning. They have two characters from the Inside Out. They have Doug and I can't really see, to be honest, who it is, but it's Doug and somebody from Up. And there's also, I believe, one from Nemo, probably Nemo and Dory. And there was a couple others. They had a whole bunch of them. And here they are. There's a picture of them on the rack because I guess afterwards they had extras and they put them out for sale.
Really? I didn't know that.
But these aren't being, as far as I know, aren't being made anymore. So we talked to a friend of ours. It's one of the managers, high up managers in the stores. And he, in one of the stores where they had these in DCA, and basically he said, yeah, we were selling them, and they were available because they were left over from the media event. He goes, but I don't think we're going to be selling them anymore. I don't think, which is silly. I don't know why they didn't release them. They would have sold like crazy. And he said, I got one pair returned, and I have it in the back if you guys want to buy that one. So we were able to get, I think it's the Up one that Elizabeth got. And she's like, she won't let me sell it. She has to keep it. Exactly. No. But anyway, she was able to get one. But she's like super excited that she got something exclusive. But I hope they come back out with them because it features a bunch of different characters, but on the same hat.
Right.
The same round part. Costs less for them to make. I think it was like $20, but these were, made for the media essentially, or the celebrities or what.
Yeah, they all got a little. What do you call those little?
They got a gift bag.
Yeah, the gift bag.
That's what he told me. He says they all got a gift bag, and in the gift bag was this and a few other items.
Did you see the bag?
Did you? What else was in it?
I don't know, but I saw the bag. The bag it was blue and said Pixar Fest with the logo.
I don't know what else was in it. He didn't say, but I'm probably an alien cup and a couple other items, things that they'd made a lot of. But this is whoever got these was lucky. That's all I have to say. So if you got one on Thursday or Friday, that's a score for you. I hope they come back with them. I really do. But they might be releasing them when they release some of the other new ear hats for Pixar Fest. I know they're coming out with an actual Wall-E and Eve separate. There's like track suits with ear hats they're coming out with later in, I think, May. I got a picture of them, but I'm not sure exactly. the date yet, but the Wall-E ear hat is super cool. It's got like goggles mounted to the front of it, almost kind of steampunky. But it's
punky.
Yeah, but it's Wall-E's eyes mounted kind of to your forehead on the ear hat, and then the Eva eye looks cool too. But I don't know if it's 3D kind of the way the Wall-E one is. But they're the picture I have. I can send this to Diggs, but they're featured next to basically tracksuits that look like the characters.
It makes you want to just go out and run.
Right.
All right, so yeah, that was, like I said, on Thursday. That was the soft openings that was going on that I got to go and check out. And then Friday was the official kickoff of Pixar Fest and all the happenings, goings-ons. And I got there early. That was my goal, to get there early, because, there was popcorn buckets to get, sipper cups to get, this and that to get. And I got there at, I believe it was probably about 11 o'clock, maybe close to 12 or something, between 11 and 12. And I figured, hey, you know what? Everybody wants the Sully popcorn bucket, so let's head over to DC and go grab that one real quick. Well, I guess everybody had that idea to go grab it at DCA because Buena Vista Street was out. We walking up to the line, they had a cast member basically cap the line and tell anybody who came up to the line saying that we are already sold out, and if you're gonna want one of those, you might get one, but you might not. They're already accounted for. Basically, whatever they had left there, they already count the people in line because they were asking if you wanted one. So, okay, so we went over to Soren. Nothing there. I'm like, dang, already? So, all right, well, let's head over to Disneyland. We go over there, go right there, Main Street, right there in Town Square. They have them. There was a line, about 15 people in line for it.
Yeah, they had them right when you go into the park at Disneyland. What time was that?
About 11 or 12, like I said.
I think they just hadn't put them out yet over at DCA because they had them later in the day there.
No, well, I'm going to get to the point where I think what happened over there. And anyway, I'm waiting in line, and then I see the sign. So I go up there to the sign, and it says 1 per customer per transaction. Like, damn, because I needed to get 2. So then there was these people behind us, and there was a mother and a daughter. And the mother says, "Oh, it's only $10." And then the daughter's like, "No, Mom, it's 20." And she's looking at the sign. No, it says 10. The mother really couldn't see the sign, that the price. The price is bold, the numbers. So it's kind of maybe hard from distance to see. Actually, it's a 2 instead of a 1. And then so I'm there with Jose, and Jose said, "No, it is 20." She's like, "Oh, okay, I can't see." So I'm there, standing in line. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I asked the lady or the girl behind us, I said, "Hey, are you getting a bucket?" And she says, "No, just my mom." I said, "Oh, okay. Can you get one for me? You only can get 1 per, person." She's all, "Oh, I don't have any money." I'm like, no.
No. I'm going to give you the money.
I'll give you the $20. I need to get 2. They're only 1. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my gosh.
Some people don't understand the limits and stuff and how it works. We had this, what was it? With the Oogie Boogie, we had a guy in line with us from Australia, right? It was him and his 2 kids in line. And the one kid was buying one. And then the son walked away, and it was just him in line with the daughter. So he paid for the daughters, and then he said, "Oh, but I need another one," because we'd asked him to get one for us as well. And they told him, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's only 1 per household."
Oh, really?
Which is very strange. Like,
wow.
They just made up the new rule.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. That's not new, right? So anyway, she got me the other popcorn bucket, and then we walked down to down Main Street to the Hub. And they have them there. There's a line, and so now we're walking over to Frontierland. That popcorn cart, they have them there. No line. There's no one in line for popcorn at that time. I'm like, we could have walked over here and already got the Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. But we also found out that right when we got into Disneyland, that that popcorn cart right there in Town Square just opened. So people who got there at 8:00 in the morning or whatever, that one wasn't open yet. So that's why they still had them. But what I think happened is basically maybe wherever they're storing the buckets in DCA, maybe it's too far to go to or something. I don't know. Maybe they're all at Disneyland because maybe there's just all over there. And then they have to send someone over there and transfer them. So that's what I think happened. Maybe that they're far away or it's going to take too much time or whatever. It's going to take time to go grab them because we heard they had plenty. You know what? At the end of the night, they still had plenty because Tim got the last 2 or 3, whatever, at the hub.
Oh, yeah, we did actually.
So,
we did. We got them at the hub right before closing,
right before midnight. So they still had them, and
they made it through the day, and then they were selling them in Town Square at the end of the night too, past midnight.
Right, because that closes at 12:30.
So clap for Disney for not running out halfway through the day of the popcorn buckets.
Exactly.
They did run out of something else though, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get that in a minute because the next thing that I went to get was the sipper, the Mike Wazowski's sipper cup, and not while we were right there by the popcorn cart and the hub. We're about to meet up with Everything Disney .55 from Instagram. She was there, and so we met up with her real quick, and we were talking about the sipper cup, and we asked her, "Oh, how much is it?" And she said it was $18. It's like, damn, okay.
Which is if the mics or the Sully is 20, you'd think, oh, it's half the price because it's half the plastic goes into it.
So anyway, we went over because they had them right there at the coffee cart thing over there and by the Castle Fantasy Fair area. And yeah, they were $18, but that was with the slushy thing that you got.
Oh, so it's more for the higher.
Yes, depending on what you get. So we walked over to, we actually went to Critter Country, the fruit cart there.
Okay.
And it was $15.99.
With a piece of fruit.
No, with water or a drink.
Oh, what kind of drink did they let you take with it?
The bottled drinks.
Oh, so like a bottle of water or a Coke or a Powerade or whatever.
Right.
That's cool.
Because
that's a great value because you can save those for any time.
So, yeah. So I was, okay, we'll get it there. Of course, at that time, it was early in the morning, afternoon, whatever. And I was just thinking, I want to get the sipper before it runs out, right? We don't know what's happening. Right. We don't know if it's going to run out.
Well, that's how I'd be. When we got there, we tried to get as much stuff as we could as quick as possible because you never know when these things are going to run out for the day.
So I went there and I got a water. And then, I'm already, and then Jose got his. And then the lady at the cart says, oh, you can get the bigger water, the smart water.
Basically comes with any one item.
Yes.
Well, because the vitamin water that they have, the red one, is usually like $4 or $4.25 or something versus $3 for a water.
Yeah. So I grabbed the water, just regular water.
That's cool.
And then she said, oh, you can get the bigger water. Like I said, the smart water, which is more, of course. But I already opened my water bottle. I was already drinking. I said, you know what? I'm already drinking. It's fine. I know for next time. So,
that's good information to have too. Because when we got them at towards the end of the night at Plaza Inn, which is a whole story I can go through, but for my day. But
we'll get to that in a minute because that was my point of this thing is the fact that I wanted to hurry up and get it. I didn't want it to run out, and then I wasn't thinking of different places, different prices, because you go to Plaza and you get your discount.
Right.
And I wasn't thinking of that.
So the Sollies are one per person, but do you know the actual number on the mics?
There was no limit on the sign.
Okay. They told us when we got ours that they were only allowed to ring up 2 at a time, but she rung them up 4 times because we needed 8 to get our the ones people had asked us to pick up for them. So that was at the end of our night. Maybe I'll go backwards. That's when we met up with you guys, with you and Dan's brother and Jose, And I was like, hey, come over here because I'm buying these Mike Wazowski sippers and I got free drinks for everybody, essentially, because we got a fountain drink with each one.
All right, real quick, it does say 1 per guest per transaction from Mike also.
Oh, well, that's not what happened. Maybe they realized that they had plenty at that point. It was
like I said, that was $15.99.
Yeah. Yeah, we got them at Plaza Inn, and at Plaza Inn, at least you get a discount with your AP. There were, I'd have to say, like 10 of them out when I walked in, and within 30 seconds, people had grabbed them. But we'd gotten a cast member at the information booth in DCA to call over. It's basically, we started over in Disneyland, and that's when I saw you, and then we were told that the mics were, you told us that they were in Hungry Bear, and I was like, well, DCA is just as far as Hungry Bear if you've got to cross all the way. Might as well go over to DCA because we need something else there anyway. So we went over to DCA only to find out that all the places that had these mic cups and all the other items were actually closed already, just past 10 p.m. So we crossed back over into Disneyland, went to, by this point it was almost 10:40 or something, went back over, they called over to Plaza Inn, found out that they had plenty. We went over. The lady looked out and said, oh, this is our group here. So she rang up. She only saw 4 people, I think, at the time, but she rang up. She said, I can ring up 2 per person. I was like, okay, no problem. She said, but I have to do, they do the separate transactions. Doesn't make sense to me. But,
I know.
Nonetheless, and I was texting you guys saying, hey, come get your free fountain drink. I wish that really we'd gone over by Hungry Bear, because if we'd seen them at the cart, I would have just taken 8 bottles of water with it.
Well, but then
saved
again,
them.
that stuff probably closed early anyway.
That's true.
So, and they didn't have a Hungry Bear. It was the cart. Hungry Bear didn't have the sippers, so we
The
went
one's just up from Hungry Bear.
Right.
Near the, kind of by the bathroom there. Well, just up from the bathroom.
Before
the bathroom. Well, basically the moral of the story, I think, everyone, is that if you're going to buy one of these, think in advance about what you want to have in it. If you want to get the best value.
Right.
If you're the kind of person that's going to drink a vitamin water or a large bottle of Smart Water, you're going to get the best value getting that, I think, out of everything. If you're going to get a slushy item, maybe that's a pretty good value as well. But otherwise, there's a potential for buying them and not getting the best value. The only difference is that if you get it at a quick service, a buffet style restaurant or one of the restaurants, you do get your discount if you have a pass.
Yes, like I said, I wish I would have even thought about Plaza. I was just wanting to hurry and get it. So, but whatever, it was all good. No.
I will say that it did take in the Plaza Inn. It took us, I don't know, probably about 20 minutes to get them to go in the back and actually bring them out. And they were, instead of just bringing out trays of them as they were available, they made each cashier go back, pick up the order of Mike, and then bring it back for every single one. It was very inefficient. So when you guys showed up, it was like right as they had finally given them to me. Hopefully it's more efficient during the day for everybody else, but that's how they were doing it then. Not Pizza Port. Well, Pizza Port / Pizza Planet doesn't have the mic or the Solly's popcorn, but doesn't have the mic. They have a alien straw with backpack clip that's $6. Looks pretty cool if you like the little flying alien. You want to hang them off your backpack or whatever. They also have in DCA, they have a Luxo ball with the lamp on top. Same thing. It's a straw, like a squirrely straw with a clip so you can hang it from your backpack or whatever.
All right, real quick, because Tim doesn't understand that Anthony is not mic'd. So Anthony's asking, is there any other place that has the sipper?
They have them at Award Wieners.
That you can get the discount.
They have them at the Chinese restaurant, and I think also Mexican restaurant just the Chinese restaurant in DCA. The Mexican restaurant has the Cocoa Cup. However, as of yesterday, at least those were sold out park-wide.
Oh, really?
They may still have them at Rancho Zocalo, but I think they're sold out park-wide. That's what I've read.
Zocalo?
How do you say it?
Zocalo.
Zocalo? I call it Rancho Doritos.
There you go. That's fine.
That's where Doritos were created, if anyone doesn't know that fact. The Doritos, well, go ahead.
It was actually created in another factory, but they were sold there.
Well, that's the first place that they were
I'm just saying.
The Doritos brand was born inside Disneyland.
Right. I'm just saying.
There's a Remy. It looks like a wooden spoon,
right?
But it's actually a straw, and it has Remy kind of hanging on the straw. Basically, your little Ratatouille straw. There's another Ratatouille item. I'll finish that. We'll jump to the other Ratatouille item available as well. Special package.
Oh, because I believe they have them at the Red Rose Tavern too.
Oh, really?
Right.
Well, so there's a Ratatouille package. So yeah, over at Cafe Orleans, they have a special that's a 3-course Ratatouille special meal. And it consists of the actual Ratatouille dish, which you can get with or without shrimp. There's like a cheese and bread platter of some sort. And then there's another item, I think, is dessert. I believe these guys may have talked about this a few weeks ago. But because of that, we couldn't get reservations for Sunday. It was difficult. Yeah, the special, which I think is about $35 or so, comes with the Ratatouille straw. That is otherwise like $6 or $8.
So yeah, that's so what besides all that, what other stuff is out?
I mean, they've come out with all the stuff they've promised.
No. I mean, sold out.
Oh, sold out. Well, I'll say the Woody Boots Sunday thing that they were advertising, those were not in stock the first day on Friday. No. We talked about that, right?
Yeah, we talked about the boot, and Anthony said he would get it if it had Andy's name on it.
It does have Andy's name on the bottom, and it comes with ice cream and root beer, which are two of your favorite things.
It's a root beer float.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't come out the day it was supposed to. But
basically, it was delayed, the shipment.
That's not surprising. Kind of like Chernobog. But it did come out yesterday on Monday.
Actually, it was there Sunday. We saw our friend was able to get one Sunday.
Oh, Sunday? Because I heard Monday it came out. So okay.
I actually had told her, "Oh, no, don't bother walking over there. It's sold out." And then she sent me a picture. Well, I was wrong.
Well, it wasn't sold out.
No, I meant it had. I'm sorry, it hasn't come out yet. Don't bother walking over there. She says, "Oh, well, actually, here it is," which means I have a photo if you want to see an actual picture of it. Anthony's very upset about the price of the popcorn buckets. We're all very concerned about his blood pressure.
All right, so moving on. Yeah, so a lot of things are, I don't know if the boot's sold out yet. I'm not really interested in it. I get it. I'll get it if I'm like, I can't eat ice cream anyway. But then again, that wouldn't stop me. But if I really want it, I'll if I'm there, I want to go grab it, I'll get it. The next thing on my list is the Dory and Nemo's tumblers, and they have those over in the quick service restaurants, like Hungry Bear has them, Award Wieners has them, maybe Tomorrowland Terrence has them. I didn't go over there and check, so I mean, just if you guys are interested in that, you can go into those restaurants and check it out. Maybe over at Smoke Jumpers, they might have them. And we did talk about real quick that cocoa mug thing, and that they are at Zocalo and over at the Garden Grill.
Oh, we were talking about items that are sold out.
Yeah.
They came out with some new Toy Story bows. If you guys are familiar with the interchangeable bows.
The bows.
You first buy them with a headband that has mini ears, or ears at least, and they're specifically made so you can slide a clip through them. They come with I think they're $30 or $35 for the first one, and they come with it's like a black and silver polka dot bow, and then there's all these other bows that you can buy for like $16 or $17, and there's a really cool Small World one, there's a Haunted Mansion one, there's a couple different villainesses, there's a Dumbo one. You just have to go look. I mean, there's a ton of different ones, and they just came out with Up, Woody and Jesse is they're like combos between two characters. Some of them, the ones that just came out at least, but there's an Up one. There's Woody and Jesse. There's a Inside Out. No, there's a Nemo, and there is a Monsters, which is Mike. As Sully is kind of big furry bow, and then Mike is like the smaller piece in the front. But all of them, every single one of those sold out the first day. at different times. The Up one apparently was the first one to sell out by the afternoon, and then the next one by dark or a little bit after dark, the Toy Story and the Monsters sold out, and then the Nemo one sold out, was gone by the end of the day. And they came out, or they were supposed to come out on the Friday. I don't know if they had them early or not. So you guys seen them before. So Tuesday.
Monday.
Wow. So that's my point, is that these things, nonetheless, they came out with these items early, and therefore were not there when they had them, when you wanted to buy them on the actual day, which is what I was afraid of last week. And we weren't able to get them. But they're back. They're back today. So they didn't have them for 2 or 3 days, and now they're back.
All right, so we got to get moving because we are dragging this way too long. So real quick, over at the Sunset Showcase Theater, they're doing the Pixar shorts. They actually had the soft opening on Thursday. I went over there to go check it out, and they're showing, I thought it was just going to be playing shorts all day long. You just go in there and kick back and watch it. But no, it's actually showing, like if you're going to watch a preview or whatever. So they're showing For the Birds, Lava, and Piper.
Just those three?
Just those three. It's 16 minutes long.
Oh, because they want to bring people in and then have them leave, and then bring a new group in and have them leave. I was hoping when they announced that they were going to just put on the Pixar Shorts DVDs and just let them play and let people go in and leave as they want.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It was going to be something like that. Just like an 8-piece for the Halloween when they used to go into the Lincoln.
Yeah.
And you just watch the movie, sit there and kick back and watch.
Want to stay for 30 minutes, you stay. If you don't see them, if you don't know when the end is, then you just get up when you're done watching.
But no, they're showing those three shorts. Like I said, 16 minutes long, they said. And, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to go there. Oh, and there's effects and stuff, so that's pretty cool. You get the effects inside the theater. And they're actually also using the side projections. So, Yeah, I agree with that, but they didn't have to do that. They could just rent. Yeah. But anyway, I can go over there and head over there and check that out. And that's going to be there until at least May 16th, maybe before that. So we'll see about that. So yeah, tons of new merchandise come and go. So if you guys are interested on the Pixar merchandise, hurry up and get to the parks, see what they have. Lots of new food items. And of course, we have the new fireworks show like we talked about, and Pixar Play Parade, and then Paint the Night over at DCA.
It's so much stuff.
A lot of stuff, lots of stuff.
Is there anything that we missed as far as items that they have or anything? I mean, I think we covered all the souvenir items. I mean, there are new popcorn, like the round popcorn buckets and the souvenir mugs. There's new ones.
Yeah, there's new
regular stuff, but there's a lot of random Pixar stuff, shirts and posters, and there's a really nice Tervis, or I think it's called drinking. It's an AP drinking mug, but it's like, for water throughout the day, like keeps your items cold. It says pass holder down the side. Those are $35, but they're sold out. There's just a lot of Pixar stuff that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, it's just too much to go over.
Too much Pixar stuff.
But speaking of annual pass holder, they do have the AP corner, and that's over to the left of the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta. So a little bit bigger area than the other side, the right side by over there near the Garden Grill.
So it's like in the very corner, or is it
the very, very corner opposite end
where it's closed off now?
Yes. We went over there on the Friday and got in the line. It was a pretty long line to get in. And I don't know if you guys have seen what they're giving out. They're giving out stickers.
Boo.
It's just cheesy, and they supposedly give you 2 of the same sticker so you can give one to your friend because it's a friend thing. I don't know. It's dumb. They have the picture spot, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen that because I posted on my medias.
Are these stickers glossy or are they paper?
They're paper. There's no gloss.
They're not even good stickers.
And anyway, I guess they're going to be new stickers every other week. So every 2 weeks on a Friday, there'll be a new sticker. they said there's going to be 4. So I'm guessing that's 8 weeks of AP Corner.
You know what I predict? I predict that at the end of 4 weeks, they have all 4 stickers, and there's huge stacks available of all of them. People are not going to walk. I mean, do they have anything else other than stickers? What's the point of walking down there?
Exactly. You have the photo op, which I mean, the background is pretty cool. I like the background they have, but no photo pass taking your picture.
So why they don't do that is because the photo pass is free for a lot of people.
But they've always had photo pass there taking your picture.
That's what I'm saying.
So there's no photo pass there taking your picture. There is a charging station. I didn't think there was, but there is one. I don't know if it's only one or because I saw a table and there's 3 people sitting there at the table charging their phone, so no one else can go charge their phone.
Right.
So it's stupid. I don't like it. I'm not impressed with it.
And it takes so little effort for them to bust out things that they probably already own, or, if they're going to rent the little couch from the company that rents the couches, and they're going to rent a little charging stable with a charging thing with a stand or some chair. I mean, for them to add 2 more couches or 2 more stations or 2 more little pedestal tables with some chairs around or whatever. If they don't already own this stuff, it costs nothing.
You're right, because there's tables and chairs there that you can go and just sit down and chill.
Right.
They could have easily put charging things on those tables, just like you're saying.
I think that it stands to reason that they rent those from events companies.
Right.
If they don't own them already.
Right.
I think they probably own them. If not, they don't cost much. I mean, they charge them $20 a week for a couch or whatever. So a charging station is probably like a $10 add-on. I mean, the money they're saving by not doing it is silly compared to how they could look. They could look good to the APs, and they're not choosing to.
Yeah, I mean, they can't go and say something like, "Oh, well, there's not enough room." Yeah.
In case anyone doesn't realize what's happening in the background, Anthony's squeaking at us to let us know that basically little by little things are going away. First, it was the recipe cards. Then there were the tablecloths. He says he's the only one that noticed they don't have them anymore. And then,
well, they got brand new tablecloths for Christmas, and now we don't get a tablecloth.
Right. I mean, the buttons, I think, that's the thing that everyone gets excited about.
Yes.
Everybody wants the button.
Yes.
A lot of people collect these buttons. So to just not have them, especially for a big event, it leaves it open for unsavory criminals to steal artwork and then sell those buttons. There's a particular group that does that. We don't have to talk about them.
So anyway, if you guys are interested in going over to the AP Corner, the thing that's worth it is the photo op. It's pretty cool, but make sure you bring your own camera.
Who was was there any character?
No. It's just the background, the photo op background thing with Bob. Just Pixar theme.
But it's not as cool as the backdrop at the regular photo op on the other side where the characters are.
Oh, probably not. At least they got something.
I mean, agreed. At least there's something. I'm kind of the opinion, though, that if you're not going to do something right, you shouldn't do it at all. So why even have an AP area if it's going to be so underdone? The APs feel like we got cheesed. Really, though, the APs feel like we got cheesed when something's done really at the lowest possible quality. If they don't do it at all, we say, oh, they should have had something, but they didn't. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like a big FU to have something that's a piece of crap. Instead, if they just don't do it at all, then we just hope that they're going to do something again soon.
Why did they bother even asking you guys that one time? Oh, what could we do to make this better? If they weren't going to do it.
Exactly.
Anthony's squealing obscenities at us from the background.
I can hear. Don't worry. All right. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on over there. Go check out Pixar Fest. I liked it. Your overall opinion on Pixar Fest?
I think it's a good thing for the resort. They needed to have some kind of an event. It's been a while since really since the 60th is like a really event. They did one thing for a minute and then it was kind of over quick. What was it? What was that?
Marvel.
Yeah, they haven't really done much since
Summer
the 60th.
Heroes.
Oh, the Summer of Heroes. But that was really, I think, underdone also. So this is the resort-wide. They needed an event. I mean, like for what was Year of Million Dreams after the 50th, and then there's been, the Monsters Summer, right? They did. Anyway, they needed something. I think it's going to be good for them financially. There's a lot of stuff selling like crazy. But they don't have to do anything new with rides or anything. They're just, they keep on the same path, but it increases attendance.
They keep on keeping on.
They're keeping on a lot, yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed going over there and checking things out. I'm just really getting tired of people complaining, oh, I'm not into Pixar movies. I don't want to go to this, or I don't want to see Pixar, blah, 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 blah. And, well, you know what? Don't go to the park. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
Time for Fat Time. Yes.
More food?
We're gonna.
How are we going to even do this without him?
Well, he wasn't there to try it, so
I saw some of the stuff at least.
I'm going to talk about 2 items that I tried, as Anthony has some halls for his throat. Now, I went over to Pizza Planet, and I had the parfait, the alien parfait,
which was when I saw you, and I thought, wow, that is cool looking.
Yeah.
Did it taste as good as it looked?
Oh, well, we'll get to that right now, because I guess from what I thought it was, I was corrected. It wasn't what I thought it was, because I said it was raspberry. And I guess they're saying it's a blackberry lime.
Those are similar berries.
I don't know. Are blackberries red? The filling was red. And I know my raspberry, but according to the Disney Parks blog, it says that it is a blackberry lime parfait. So anyway, I had the parfait, and it has the bottom layer is a blue velvet cake. And then I guess it's a blackberry filling on top. And then we have a whipped cream on top that is green. Someone said it was a mousse, but it doesn't taste like a mousse. It's more of a whipped cream. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, yeah, it has 3 eyeballs on it for the aliens, which is white chocolate. And, yeah, I liked it a lot. I would definitely get it again. But as far as the parfaits in the park goes, it does not come close to Darth by Chocolate at all. Darth by Chocolate is the number 1 parfait I've ever had in the park. And, yes, number 1 there. But this one is worth trying. If you're, like, not into the blackberry lime part, I can tell you this. I did not taste any lime. So that's why, to me, it tastes like raspberry. It didn't taste like blackberry to me. But, you know what? It's just, what is it? A compote? So it's all sugar anyway. So, yeah, I loved it. It was pretty good. Like I said, it's at the Pizza Planet. It might be at Tomorrowland Terrence too. I don't know. I didn't go over there and check, but definitely Pizza Planet. And they have something new now, because before you go into the pizza, or you go into the Pizza Port, then
we'll just call it the Pizza Planet Port.
Alien Pizza Planet Port. So you go over there, and then you have the dessert area where they have the chewy cheesecake and the parfaits. Well, they took that out, and I noticed they had took it out on Thursday. So they took that out, and I was just tripping out and I was like wondering, why they did that. And then when I was looking through, they actually have right in front of the registers. I think it's 2 registers. I don't think all of them have them, but they have those little coolers like right in front, so you can grab stuff out of.
That makes sense now.
They have those there, and the one cooler that had the parfaits and all that is like on the right side, right before the registers on the wall. It's over there. It has like waters and things like that. So if you need a parfait or whatever other treat they have, they also have a alien macaron there. But if you want to try that, you can check out those coolers right before you check out. But the reason they moved it is because they added a Slurpee machine or icy machine or whatever machine it is.
One of those flavors is sour apple, which I thought was pretty cool.
So it's just the same stuff that they have in the parks, like at DCA when you walk over on the side of by the Silly Symphony swings in DCA, and you walk over there before they put the wall up, and they had the little icy machines. So it's the same flavors, the green apple. Well, actually, no, they took that one out at that spot. But anyway, it's the same type of machines, of course, but you serve yourself. And it was $5 $49 or something. I told you something like that for a little cup. So that's why they moved those. They added those alien slushies over there. But we know what those taste like. There's nothing new. Yeah, they're Fanta drinks, Fanta flavor.
Same exact thing that Universal uses.
So yeah, that's what they added new into the alien pizza planet.
Instead of the claw.
No claw. So yeah, definitely try the parfait. If you guys are into the parfaits like I am, I suggest you go try that. And yeah, they're pretty good. Now the next thing I want to talk about is I'm calling it Kool-Aid churro.
But what's it actually?
Supposedly strawberry.
I've heard it was rose gold strawberry.
This one on the sign just says strawberry churro, and it was over at Tomorrowland.
Oh, okay. The one that we saw was in the hub. So
Right.
maybe it was a different one then, but the one we saw was in the hub and it was labeled rose gold.
That was the one we announced.
Yeah.
And I was talking, and it was really, really good.
But now they have the strawberry churros, and they have, because I also saw it at the Town Square churro cart. They had a sign there talking about them or advertising them too.
Do they have both flavors in one cart, or are they just doing one flavor at each cart now?
Like regular and strawberry?
Yeah, sometimes it's like two baths of sugar.
I think they're doing both flavors. But anyway, we talked about they are going to be doing different churros in the parks.
With all these new churros, they need like a sip and savor churro pass, man.
All right, so real quick, I'm going to go through the churros. They're going to be serving up a cotton candy churro inspired by Nemo. It's going to have orange and white stripes with a fresh orange vanilla flavor. All right, so it says at the Town Square churro cart and the cart that's in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle will be lemon churros with lemon sugar and multicolored fruity cereal.
Because I like those as well.
The Tomorrowland churro cart will feature a strawberry churro with strawberry sugar, and the Frontierland churro cart will feature a cocoa churro with chocolate powder, salted cinnamon sugar, and a Mexican chocolate dipping sauce. It says Frontierland pretzel cart will be offering cinnamon pretzels. And finally, at the New Orleans Square churro cart, you'll find a carrot cake churro rolled in cinnamon sugar with raisin carrot cream cheese frosting.
That's the one. Anthony's getting sick, but that's the one I want to try.
Now, real quick, the strawberry churro, it tastes like Kool-Aid. Now,
I'm going to have to try to see if it was the same one I ate.
If it's probably not, because I think what you're saying sounds different, but we all know Kool-Aid has a distinct taste. If you were to open up a thing of Kool-Aid and you dipped your finger in there and you took a taste, you would taste that taste of Kool-Aid. So when Dan the mailman, actually we met up with him, like we said earlier, and he bought churros, and of course, I can't eat them because of me being diabetic, but I said I couldn't have a taste.
You can have a bite.
So I took a taste, and it tasted like Kool-Aid. So strawberry Kool-Aid. That's all I'm going to say. Tastes like strawberry Kool-Aid to me. It's not as good as the watermelon churro, the sour watermelon churro. So would I get this one again? No. If somebody bought it for me, would I eat it? Yes. But other than that, that's my review on the strawberry churro. It tastes like Kool-Aid. It's probably not really worth trying if you know what Kool-Aid tastes like and what a churro tastes like. But other than that, I don't know, because Tim took my phone. I can't see.
I was looking at all the fatty stuff.
I might want to take a taste of the cotton candy churro just to see what that tastes like. The carrot cake, no, I could care less. The cinnamon pretzel, they had that in the mall. It's called Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, they have that in downtown Disney too.
So I mean, that's not
Wetzel's Pretzels.
I'm not trying to.
I did see
pay
a
high price for cinnamon churro.
I did see an announcement though that they were new pretzel finally in the Disneyland park, but it's something you've always been able to get outside. I'm going to go so far as to say the one at Wetzel's probably might be even better.
Yes, I agree with that. All right, so real quick, they said over at Hollywoodland there are some special treats that you won't want to miss. Smoothies is serving up some fun treats inspired by Disney Pixar film Monsters, Inc., including the Whoopie Pies, a mint chip shake, and a marshmallow donut with marshmallow fluff filling.
Not to change the subject here, but Schmoozies is usually not open. So that's an addition.
We've talked about that because every time we go there, it's never open.
Right.
But I think you have to be a morning person to go and enjoy something from there because all I know is by the time I get to the parks, they're never open.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've seen Schmoozies opened, except the other day when we were there on Friday night. I saw that it was open.
All right down the street at Ward Wieners, you'll find the funnel cake fries topped with whipped cream and fruity cereal. Also, they have a pulled pork hot dog, all beef hot dog, topped with pulled pork, spicy teriyaki sauce, and fresh pineapple salsa. What do you think about that, Anthony? Interesting, he says. All right, we talked about that incredible spicy corn dog, that corn dog castle.
What?
2 different sausages, hot link, and the other one is a Cajun chicken sausage with pepper jack cheese, all put together, dipped in corn batter, fried to a golden brown, and served with a sweet and spicy blackberry serrano chili sauce with a choice of chips or apples inspired by Disney Pixar's The Incredibles.
So the sausage link on the inside is what's spicy.
Right. All right, over at the Cozy Cone Motel, they have some churros. They're called Choose Your Racer churros. It says 3 colored sugars to choose from, inspired by Disney Pixar filmed Cars. Yellow for Cruise, red for Lightning McQueen, and blue for Storm.
What are these different flavors? Probably not.
I don't know. It says you also find a Champion's Corn Cup with fresh corn, flavored mayonnaise, cojita cheese, chili lime spice and lime, and a habanero meatball cone with turkey meatballs and a habanero derby sauce with a cheese crisp and a spiral pasta smokestacks. And it says for the soft serve ice cream, you can add road gravel ice cream toppings to your cold treat. This topping consists of cookie crumbles. It says at nearby at Bugs Land is an iced specialty churro at the churro cart. This churro is drizzled with donut icing and dusted with cocoa cereal. Ooh. At various outdoor carts and kiosks throughout the park, you'll also be able to find the sour lemon cotton candy.
They've just got loads of new stuff.
They have a lot of stuff here because they also have other cotton candies.
None as good as the Pop Rocks cotton candy.
I never tried that.
It's basically cotton candy with Pop Rocks mixed in.
That's what it sounds like.
And it's awesome.
And I'm interested.
Just for the texture of like having things explode randomly in your mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah. I do want to say, I think it's a good thing that they've got all these food options changing so much now. I think that for a long time, Disneyland was kind of stagnant in its food offerings. Not the menus at the good restaurants, but the snacks. You had churros, you had the same kind of pretzels, you had the same kind of popcorn. There's wasn't a lot of options. And I think that they were underestimating how much people will come just for something like that. Not to come buy a one-day ticket, but when you've got pass holders, they got to try to monetize these people as much as possible. And now that everyone's basically cuckoo for Disneyland, then they got to they said, that's why the Cocoa Puffs came from, I think, right? The Cocoa cereal? Cocoa Puffs. So they have cuckoo for Disneyland and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They're just going to mix them together.
There you go.
No, I'm kidding.
Now, speaking of Cocoa Puffs and cocoa, well, not really cocoa, but sweet chocolate stuff. We talked about this last time at Frontierland over at Stage Door Cafe. They have a Rootin' Tootin'
Fresh and fruity breakfast?
No, sweets inspired by Disney Pixar Toy Story, including a berry funnel cake. And it has house-made funnel cake topped with blueberries, strawberries, chocolate, cookie crumbles, creme and glaze, white chocolate, and gold-dusted whipped cream. That's a lot right there.
That's a lot.
That's a diabetic coma waiting to happen.
Would you go into a coma?
Yes. Would I?
Yeah.
If I ate this whole thing, maybe, but I'm not going to eat this whole thing. But
if you ate it and you took your insulin, you'd be okay? Maybe not.
I would take my insulin and maybe have a bite or 10.
Okay.
Okay.
10 bites. You
I
couldn't
won't-
finish it in 10.
I wouldn't finish it at all. I wouldn't. Look at that.
No, I've realized the same thing. It's just like,
Yeah,
diabetic or not, that much sugar is just, it's kind of unnecessary.
I mean, I know what the funnel case tastes like. I just would like to taste the other stuff on top to just see what's, but yeah. But anyway, you know what, guys? There's a lot of stuff to go over on this food stuff. There's just so much stuff like at the Plaza Inn and then at Carnation Cafe and Rancho del Zocalo, but it's just too much to go over right now.
Zocalo.
If you want to check this out, head over to our Facebook page. All the menu items will be posted there. They also have this.
Anthony whispered he's heard good things about it's green and it's pasta. It looks good.
So real quick, over at Pizza Planet, they have a pesto pasta. And I guess Anthony just said here he's heard a lot of good things about that.
He whispered.
Yeah. It looks like baby crap to me, but you know, if that's your thing, go ahead and try the pesto pasta.
Are you scared of different colored foods?
No.
Just green ones?
No, I had the alien parfait. All right, so if you guys want to check out all these other foods options, like I said, head over to Facebook and we'll have that all posted. All right, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but like on Sunday, the parking was a madhouse. There was a lot of we got a lot of twits,
twits and tweets
sent to us about parking situations. This parking lot was closed. This parking lot was closed. Don't come because everything's closed.
We're doomed.
Exactly.
We are doomed.
So anyway, I didn't know this. I saw the tweets come out saying that Mickey and Friends were full, Toy Story was full, but I just saw it like, okay, whatever, because I'm not there, I didn't care, which they've been pretty good about lately saying that, letting people know. But one thing that Anthony pointed out is the fact that they said, hey, this parking lot's full, but you can go ahead and park over at the convention center. Now, that's not new to us that you can park over there because they've done that before, that if you go into Toy Story or something, they'll direct you to the convention center or something. But this is the first time we've ever seen them tweet out, hey, you can't park over here because it's full, but go ahead and go over to convention center and you can park there.
I think that this is a result of the new parking structure being built.
Right.
I mean, it's not even that's clearly the reason. They don't have Pinocchio, which is a couple thousand parking spots, and they've got to overflow somewhere. So they call a pulsing plan, right? First they load Mickey and Friends, and then from Disneyland Drive they pulse people over to Toy Story. They basically close the entrance to Mickey and Friends with a police car and start sending people over. Normally, they will still allow handicap parking to go into Mickey and Friends. But this is when you enter right off Disneyland Drive off the freeway. So once Mickey and Friends is full, then it's all Toy Story. Once Toy Story's full, then it's all goes to the convention center. Once the convention center's full, I believe K-Lot, which is the cast lot. But usually, if they're going to use K-Lot, they pre-plan for K-Lot.
Right.
The what?
Jesse.
Oh, where's that?
Jesse East.
Is K-Lot.
Pongo.
Oh, in the Toy Story lot.
Yeah.
No? Okay. So, and then after that.
So if they say Toy Story's full, that includes
Pongo. Or not. Jesse East, yeah.
And then Diggs reminded me earlier that depending on the day, they would also use Garden Walk for overflow. And then which is, I guess, it's walkable, right?
Yeah.
You could walk to the resort from Garden Walk, or you could cross over and go to the Toy Story buses. And then, what's the last resort?
Yeah, H-Lot.
Which is what?
Harbor and Ball.
Oh, well, that's the cast lot as well, yeah. And then we were saying, before the podcast tonight, we were saying that the absolute last resort is the Anaheim Stadium. But they don't have a way to get people.
Over a K-Lot and H-Lot, that means cast members right now.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Basically, the cast members have to they have to know that it's going to be a busy day. They have them parking at the Anaheim Stadium, the cast members, and they bus them in, and then they'd have the additional buses bringing people in from the cast lots.
All right, so this is what the tweet came out on Sunday. It says, parking update, all Disneyland Resort parking is currently full. As of 3:40 p.m., Disneyland Resort parking is available at Anaheim Convention Center. So, yeah, we've never seen that actually been tweeted out before. I'm glad they're doing that.
For us, on Friday, we had some problems with parking, too. We exited the freeway. We crossed over pretty easily into past Ball Road, right? And then we went in, and it was maybe 5 minutes to hit the tolls. So not, there was some line, but not a long time. They sent us directly upstairs. We went on, you make that immediate right to circle around the structure, basically the outer rim, so to speak. And we have handicap parking, so we go all the way down through the side. And when we got to that last row where the handicap parking was, the traffic just stopped. And we sat there for about 30 minutes in one spot. And basically, I got out, I'm looking, and the reason that we're stopped there is because every single row was full, and every car leaving had to...
What do you think?
And Mickey and Friends. Yeah, why did I go there, he says. It's getting to the point that I might not anymore, but the every single row that was leaving or had somebody that couldn't find parking on it had to merge with the final row, and we were on the very last one of those. So we're basically at the worst possible place for traffic to be able to merge, and there wasn't any spots. There was nowhere for us to be able to park. And I thought, man, we're going to be sitting here for 90 minutes before we even get to Toy Story. How are we going to even deal with this? And luckily, someone got out of there. Somebody walked back and got into their car right next to us. I was able to kind of parallel park myself so that guy could get out next to the car behind me. That guy was able to get out, and I was able to take that spot. But we literally would have been sitting there probably 90 minutes.
Well, like Anthony says, it's your fault for going to park there anyway.
I just really hate parking at Toy Story.
Real quick, we were talking about this before we started the podcast, and we think this is going to be something that's going to be happening more often, offering to park at the convention center because of the construction going on over at Mickey and Friends to add on to the parking structure. So this is not going to be something that's just one day. It's going to happen, That was just this weekend because, Pixar Fest, but we're going to have, summer vacations coming up. It's going to get crowded during the summer.
Where are they going to bring to? We talked about before the grad night situation, what they're going to do.
Yeah, right now we know that grad night's parking at Toy Story. All the buses are going to be over there.
But are they going to drop the kids off?
Yeah, that's I don't know. Question. I don't know how that's working, but anyway, we just, we're talking about, we're going to see this more often, when the summer hits that, hey, parking is at capacity and you guys are going to have to go park somewhere else. So, they direct you to convention center or garden walk or, whatever. And hopefully Disney, we'll know ahead of time and they'll know that, hey, we're going to be busy. Cast members are going to park at Anaheim Stadium and the whole K-lot's going to become all, guest parking. So
it's going to be a pain in the butt.
Yep, it sure is. But what can you do? That's what happens when the city of Anaheim doesn't, get that parking structure going for Pumbaa lot.
The Pumbaa lot. Which one's that? Oh, the one that they never did. Yeah. Big mistake. And it's really not just it's Anaheim and Disney. They just both need to swallow their pride and figure something out because the area could become a lot better than it is. And this political crap is just getting in the way. Political and corporate greed, I think, at this.
All right. So when I was in the park on Friday, I was, walking around and I noticed something new. And over in Bugs Land, right before you go through the cereal box on the right side, there's a new little activity center thing for kids. It says...
So say we're closing this place down, but check out this new thing.
It says, "Welcome to the Blueberry Scout Jamboree." So basically, what it is they have they have a scavenger hunt thing going on over there, and you get these little activity book thing. I guess you can, draw and do whatever. You know how you do little kids thing, like you go to Denny's and you get this little thing to keep your kid occupied. But they just, I guess they do a scavenger hunt in Bugsland, and you go around looking for things, and mark it down. You found it, and then they have a face painting thing going on over there. So, like I said, that's new. I haven't seen that before.
Be clear, they're charging for face painting?
I believe they are, because you do have a terminal there. You do have a POS system. So,
and then
there's no prizes there.
There's no prize for the scavenger hunt deal with the kids. No button.
I don't know. I just saw this real quick. I just took a couple of pictures.
There's no button, then hard pass.
Yeah, there's probably no button there. But yeah. Anyway, if you want to take your kids over there and do a quick little scavenger hunt.
Do you think that's part of Pixar Fest?
It could be.
Since
technically, the bugs is
there is a noticeable lack of bugs life
going on. Yeah, it could be part of Pixar Fest because, but it wasn't also. It's also something that wasn't announced for Pixar Fest, right? Which is bullcrap. So yeah, if you guys are interested, you want to take your kids over there. If you guys want to go check that out, it's over, like I said, if you're walking right before you go into the cereal box, it's on the right side, over there where the 60th photo op was, that area. All right, so earlier I said that Pixar shorts will probably go up until May 16th or something like that. And the reason is because they're going to have an incredible sneak peek, The Incredibles 2. So that's going to be coming to the Sunset Showcase Theater.
They should move the Pixar sneak peek to Disneyland.
Where?
In the EO Theater.
I don't know. I think
what are they doing there now? Nothing? Is it
have
closed or is it running something?
They'll have Path of the Jedi going.
Oh, still?
But anyway, this is going to start on May 18th, and it will be in 3D. You'll be able to go over there and check that out. I believe it's 10 minutes long, the preview, the sneak peek. And, of course, you can expect a annual pass holder sneak peek of the sneak peek on May 17th. So that's why I said about May 16th is probably when the shorts are going to go till. And, yeah, they'll come back after this probably in July.
Unless there's something else that they want to sneak peek.
That's true. So that would be a good idea.
Anthony's whispering that we should get maybe new, different shorts when they bring it back after The Incredible. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not playing them all along.
So, yeah, you can go check out The Incredible sneak peek on May 18th. And like I said, it'll be in 3D.
But the shorts are not in 3D. It's a good question, right? Are they in 3D?
Yes, they are.
And what's going on at the Bugs Life Theater? Or are they just planning to tear that down?
It's closed right now.
Yeah. Like Finn, like Forever Finn closed? No más.
Finite.
No más finito. Yeah, I know.
All right, so speaking of The Incredibles 2, a trailer came out for it. And you know what? I still haven't seen it yet. It gets to the point where, I want to see it, but I'm kind of busy doing other things. And I'm like, okay, I'll go back and see it later. And I don't get to go and see it later because I forget. You know me, I forget things. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and play it for you, Incredibles 2, which will be in theaters on June 15th.
Did you wash your hands? With soap? Did you dry them?
What? Is this all vegetables? Who ordered all vegetables?
I did. So, are we going to talk about it?
What?
The elephant in the room.
What elephant?
Mom's new job.
It's time to make some wrong things right. Help me bring supers back into the sunlight. We need to change people's perceptions about superheroes, and Elastigirl is our best play.
Better than me?
Whoa! I like Mom's new job.
Bye, sweetie.
I'll watch the kids, no problem.
That's not the way you're supposed supposed to do it, Dad? They want us to do it this
I don't
way.
know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math.
Okay,
Math
Dad.
is math. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are the kids?
Everything's great.
Is she having adolescence?
And Jack?
He's in excellent health.
Whoa, what the?
Num-num cooking.
Oh, my God.
Cooking.
Whoa, okay. That is freaky.
You know it's crazy, right? To help my family, I gotta leave it. To fix the law, I gotta break it.
You've got to, so our kids can have that choice.
Thank you, young man.
Combustion imminent? What does that mean? Ah!
It means fire, Robert.
The screen slater interrupts this program for an important announcement.
Suit up. It might get weird.
I'll be there ASAP.
Where you going ASAP? You better be back ASAP.
It's time for the mail?
It's time for the mail already. All right, so our first email comes from Fancy Nancy.
She's back.
Her subject line is mousepire@gmail.com.
Well, at least she knows how to write an email.
All right.
It's a hint for the rest of you.
Now, I don't know if she has actually caught up on all our episodes. And the reason I said that, because usually she writes her emails and she says episode this, episode that. Well, she's starting with episode 123, which was last week's. So she says, how was Paint the Night? How was Pixar Fest? What was your favorite thing at this event?
You know, lucky for Nancy, we already covered all this stuff.
Yeah, we did. But I would say my favorite thing would be...
Diggs doesn't have a favorite thing.
I got to go with that parfait.
The parfait was super cool looking.
It was good. It was good.
I'm trying to think, what is my favorite thing? I don't know.
It's not the AP corner.
Definitely not the AP corner. I have to say that the Sully popcorn bucket is really cool. It's really cool. They're stepping it up, I think, in their popcorn bucket game, so to speak. Anthony is not happy with the prices.
Now that's the second question. That's our second comment.
If you could see his face right now, you could. I mean, it's very, very angry. Yeah, we're very concerned about Anthony's blood pressure. His mom just walked in. We want her to be checking with him all week, make sure he's not yelling or screaming.
All right, so she goes on to say Anthony's rant on purchasing items in multiples. Anthony, have I been away so long that you started your super ranting again? Woo, woo, woo. Tim, for your business, do you charge a flat rate to buy something, or is it a percentage based on the cost? Oh, yes. Hi, Tim. Welcome to the podcast. You guys have a wonderful week.
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for writing in again. The shopping service is Disneyland Personal Shopping by the Mouse Lovers, right? And for stuff like popcorn buckets, it's usually a flat $10 fee because those things require waiting in line for longer than normal. If the line is longer than 15 or 20 minutes, we will usually ask for a little bit more just because it takes time to stand in line. And if we're going to stand in line for 45 minutes for one, because they're one per person, right?
Yeah.
So if we have to stand in line 45 minutes to get one item, then usually $15 or maybe a little more, depending on how long the line is. For regular stuff, if something we can just walk in and purchase, yeah, it's a flat percentage fee.
What is that percentage?
20% of the retail price.
Oh, okay.
And then if something's like $15 or $10, then it's usually a flat $5. Like, again, not popcorn buckets or sippers, but like the cocoa mug that was pretty easy to go buy, or if somebody wants a keychain or something, it's usually $5. You know, you'd be surprised at the end of the day when you calculate on the gas and the boxes. Every box we ship out costs over $1. These boxes are not cheap. And they only give you so many boxes or certain size boxes for free. So you get a buck every order for a box, plus bubble wrap. We spent a ton of money on it. You'd be surprised. I just spent $150 on bubble wrap. Yeah, but the USPS free boxes don't come in all sizes, and sometimes you're forced to send an item at a more expensive shipping rate, like priority, for instance, when you could send it less than £1 first class for half the money, especially if it's going far across the country. So it doesn't always make sense. Sometimes it makes sense to pay money for a box when you're sending an item instead of $11 or $12 across the country, and it's really going to be you could do it for $5 or $6 first class.
Cool.
I've learned a lot about shipping.
All right, well, thank you for your email, Fancy Nancy, and welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, Nancy. I know I've said this before since she was asking about the shopping service. The intention for selling this stuff is not for people that can go to the park and just pick it up. No, us specifically, and I don't believe anybody is trying to charge extra money to people that can just go buy these things themselves. The point is that if you live across town and it's going to cost you $10 or, 100 miles away, it's going to cost you, or even 50 miles away, it's going to cost you probably 10 or 15 bucks in gas plus your time. And if you don't have an AP, then you at least have to get to downtown Disney and park, and that'll cost you 20 bucks or whatever it is, $15. And then if you don't have a pass and you need to go into the park, that's going to cost you $150. So it's, in that case, makes a lot more sense to pay somebody $5 or $10 just to grab something for you. Also, if you don't live in town and you live somewhere else, then it's going to cost you even more. You have to fly, you have to pay for a hotel and your tickets and everything else. So the intention is not to charge more money to people that can just buy them themselves. Yeah. I mean, they're on eBay for $50 bucks, probably more, $80, some of them. $75. It's that's not what we do. We do the requests, and we tell people this is what it's going to cost.
All right, so our next email is from Dan the Mailman, and his subject line is Kool-Aid Churros. He says, "Hello, MousePIRE.
Sorry.
Reigning heavyweight email champ here. Finally got to the parks this weekend for the beginning of Pixar Fest.
We held hands.
Got there late because of some unexpected family commitments.
It wasn't skipping, but it was like a nice handshake.
So didn't do a lot other than hang out with Diggs and Tim Fresh-1.
Woo!
First impression of the new signage above the parks looked good. Walked over to Pizza Planet, and though the sign out front left a lot to be desired, I could have done better with my bed sheets.
That's what they used as bed sheets from the hotels.
He says lots of people turned away from going inside because it closed. Now, we talk about how they have an AP event, wristbands, and we like to go stand in front of when they check wristbands and see people get denied. Well, it was funny to see people get denied at the Pizza Planet because it was like they close at 10 o'clock, and people are going over there, and they're just like, actually, I think it was 11. I don't remember what time it was, but they closed, and people are trying to get in. They opened the door, and it was locked. They were just like sitting there. Was
it a lot of people?
Yes. There was probably about 20, 30 people I've seen, not all at once, but I went up there and tried to open the door.
I've seen like one or two people do that.
Right.
Well, on other days, 1 or 2 is a reason to close the restaurant at 10 p.m. But if 30 other people want to go in and eat,
that's the thing. Because
they should be able to. They should know based on park attendance whether or not they should extend the hours to 11.
Because I was sitting there and I looked and it was closed. Oh, because we were sitting on the right side and by the exit door, and there was a cast member there, making sure no one came in. And so I looked over to the other door and I noticed people. Oh, okay, whatever. Like you said, you see 1 or 2 do that. But then I just kept noticing more people, and I was like, "Hey, look!" I started showing Jose, "Hey, look, they're getting denied." And then when Dan got there, we were telling him, "Hey, look, they're getting denied." So like a lot of people were going up there to try to get in. He says, if you don't know, there are a few places to eat at the parks late at night. Alien Pizza Planet ate one of them. He says, ran into Tim, who waited in line at least 10 times to get the Sully popcorn buckets.
That's not true.
And Mike Sippers. Thanks for the snacks, Tim. Didn't do anything but have a night out catching up with some friends. Got a cool button, not pin, from Diggs. Looked at the new Solo merchandise, and though they actually have a few graduation things, I really never paid attention if that's always the case or if Pixar is taking over the parks. I will catch the fireworks and other new things next time I'm there.
Good idea.
Also got to try the strawberry rose gold churro. God. Oops. No religion. Gee willikers. I'm basic. It tasted like Kool-Aid, flavored sugar, and there was lots of it on it. Got all over everything, including my wallet. I will probably get that again.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that one because the one that we had was more of like a creamy strawberry flavor. But I told Dan I think it was the rose gold. No, he had the strawberry.
Okay, I did say earlier that he bought us the churros, so there was the strawberry one, the new one. Yeah, because he was saying rose gold.
I told him, oh, that's the rose gold one, and I think he just got that information from me. I'm wrong. It's me.
Tim's wrong?
Wrong, Tim?
Really?
What? I'm not on my phone.
All right, he says, what's the next thing to purchase from Pixar Fest, and when will you be heading to the parks again?
Earlier, I mentioned that next month there's some new ear hats coming out.
Anthony says the AP popcorn bucket.
Anthony's whispering the alien, but I think, definitely. On my birthday next week, April 24th.
But that's the day the world ends.
It's the 23rd, I think, that the world ends.
Then I don't have to go to the doctor.
No. Woo! But I mean, I'm excited to get the alien. We have the one from Tokyo. I want to put them right next to each other and compare them in detail. We talked about what the differences are, but I'd still like to see them right next to each other.
I guess the alien over here has the AP logo on the back.
Oh, on the back of it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you think that they're going to re-release that bucket later in the year for everyone else?
No.
And that the AP logo on the back, I just thought of this, that is the only thing that makes it an AP bucket.
I doubt it.
I mean, it stands to reason if this thing sells out super quick as an AP bucket, that they'll re-release them without the AP, like in September or let's say from August to September or something for a month later on. Oh. He's saying Florida may get them without the AP, or maybe they'll do them for just refillable in Florida or something. I'm interested. We didn't talk. Anthony and I talked about this also. It's a good time to mention it. The price of the AP bucket is $20, but you get the dollar refills, right? The Solly was $20, but you don't get dollar refills, and that's why Anthony was so mad. I think about the price is because the value is gone way down. Without refills, having it be $20. I don't know. They're just going to continue to charge more and more. In fact, I've noticed that a lot of the Pixar Fest merch is a higher price, and I think that's because large percentages of Pixar are still owned by Steve Jobs' family, and a couple, I think Wozniak owns still a big chunk of it and stuff too.
Well, the next thing for me, besides the popcorn bucket, like I said, it would be the Nemo and Dory tumblers. That's what I want next. I don't know about anything else right now. Those straws, I don't care about.
The Nemo and Dory tumblers, actually, I picked those up for somebody on Sunday, and they're super cool. The plastic on the outside has little bubbles meant into it, and it literally, whether there's liquid in it or not, they look like they're floating in water. Yeah. So they're a lot cooler than I thought, and I think that all three of these new tumblers they've put out are a step up from the rose one. The Remy straw. Remy straw is number one on his list. I did get the Luxo Ball backpack clip. I haven't gotten the alien one yet, but I got the Luxo Ball one to stick on my backpack. At least I don't really carry one when we go to the park, but when we travel, I carry a backpack, so I'll probably put it on there as a little Disney flair. I have a question for Dan. Maybe he can answer it next week. Dan, did you know that you can get medications in Eddie's store if you just ask behind the counter?
All right, so here's Dan's tip of the week. He says, did you know they have overpriced fuel rods that you can get at the parks when you don't bring a portable charger with you and your phone is at 10%? Or get a better one on Amazon for half the price. Haha, Dan out.
You know, we can talk about this actually, since we haven't gone too far today. Fuel rods are $35, but once you buy them, you can bring them back to the park with you and just put them back in the machine, and it gives you a charged one. So that's pretty cool. It's like, if you get it once,
it's not worth it.
I'm not saying it's worth it or not.
We already went through this.
I just mean that if you're visiting a lot and you bring it back, you just keep putting it in the machine, and it always gives you another one.
Yeah, but it's only 2,600 megahertz, which is not going to last you.
No,
long.
It's like 2 charges at most.
So it's not worth it. You better off going to Amazon, pay $50, get a 26,000 megahertz or whatever, and
we have a 20K we got for like 35. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, mine's Anchor too, just like yours. Yeah,
so I'm just saying you get.
And that has the 3 on the back too, right? Yeah, I got one just like that.
You get a better deal if you go to Amazon. Paying for the fuel rods is not worth it. If you want to buy one and get a cheap one, go to UCLA when they're only $16.
UCLA.
Yes. So
what used to be the best option was the Best Buy kiosk in downtown Disney. It was towards the World of Disney store. Overpriced, but at least you could get a full size battery for, $30 or $40 as opposed to $35 for a tiny little one. Yeah, best thing to do is just buy them on Amazon.
All right, thank you for your email, Dan the Man, and hopefully you can get to the parks and check out the fireworks, and tell your family you need to get to the parks and you can go see them. You have other things to do.
And hopefully next time Dan's tummy is upset, he can get some Pepto-Bismol behind the counter at any of the stores.
All right, so hey, don't forget to head over to patreon.com and help support the podcast. And actually, you know what? This week I actually changed the $3 donation part to Michael, the OG mail guy, $3 donation.
Oh, nice.
So that's what it's called. That's what it's called. You can donate $3 and we will follow you on Twitter. And I will be putting some more rewards up there. If you guys want to go and check that out, just head over to patreon.com/MousePIRE. Also, don't forget to head over to YouTube. Search MousePIRE Podcast on YouTube. And there you can listen to our podcast there. And
next time I see Michael, I'm going to record him saying, "Here's for your corn dog." And then every time somebody donates, you can say who it is, and I'll play that clip on the air.
That's a good idea.
And then we can point out that $3 doesn't buy a corn dog. That's what I mean. Here's for your corn dog.
There you go. Yeah.
But it's like not enough.
Personalized message from Michael, the corn dog mail guy. And like I said, head over to YouTube, subscribe, check out the videos we have there. And we might be delayed this week on putting our podcast up because Tim the Tech's computer is down and it's been sent over to Apple. So they'll be fixing that right now. So yeah, that's just for YouTube, not for this. So anyway, we'll get back to regular schedule hopefully next week. But yeah, YouTube, MousePIRE Podcast, check that out. Subscribe. All right, so this last thing real quick is from Anthony to all you Gravity Falls and Phineas and Ferb fans. April Fools.
There's 104 days of summer vacation till school comes along just to end it. So the number one problem for all the children is what are we gonna do with the summer times? Maybe we'll go into space or go to a mummy. Maybe we'll climb a building. There's something under that blanket. What the heck was that thing? Going on tidal waves and being in a lab and looking inside that guy's head.
Here.
Finding a dodo bird or painting an entire continent with cheese. As you can see, there's a dog and a car and a planet and an elephant too.
Come on, Perry.
So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb, those are things that they're gonna do. Stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do an irrational amount of things. Mom, why are Phineas and Ferb shaped like that? Phineas and Ferb!
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
So is that about all we have?
That's it. That's it
man.
For this episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
We're not going to ramble for another 30 or 40 minutes.
No, because I have to edit.
Okay.
Oh, but anyway, real quick, I want to say something that like I said, I was there on Friday for the kickoff of the Pixar Fest, and I was there with Jose from SoCal Disney Annual Pass Holders Unite. You know, he does the Instagram, I do the Facebook page, and we post that, hey, we are here and we have buttons, not pins, to give out to our followers. All right, so I posted on Facebook saying we're here, we take pictures, so when then people, you know, well, what do you look like? You know, they know who we are. And I always put on there, please do not tag your friends, because the buttons are for followers. I don't like when people tag, so then people come up to you. Oh,
come get a free button over here.
Yeah, so I don't like that. So anyway, we are eating at Jolly Holiday because there was so many people there. There was no place to sit at Stage Door. That's where we got our food from. Nowhere to sit there. Went over to Zocalo.
Nowhere to sit.
There was nowhere to sit in the shade. All the tables in the sun were available. So anyway, I said, hey, let's go to Jolly Holiday and see if there are any seats there. We went over there and there was a nice, table in the shade underneath, so it was pretty cool. So we're sitting there and we had a couple followers who came up, hey, I'm from this, and oh, cool,
Because once you see Diggs once, he's not the kind of, he's not a face you'll forget.
Right. So, because I'm very, very pretty. So anyway.
No, but you have you just have a face that is not forgettable. You're very recognizable. It's scent? Did you say scent? Oh. His scent is recognizable. No, every time. And you know what? I didn't know that you were going to be at Pizza Port Planet Place the other day. Literally, I walked in, and you were the first person I saw. You're just standing there.
Out of the hundreds of people who were in there,
but
you saw me first.
Another example is that we were standing right next to a guy that we know in DCA the other day, and he looked like he was in a hurry, so I didn't say anything, but I stood right next to him, and he didn't notice. So maybe I'm not as recognizable as you are. I don't know. You always seem to run into me, too, though.
Yeah, so the point is we're sitting there eating, and this girl comes up to us and she says, are you the guys that are giving out the pins? And I'm like,
buttons, not pins.
I go, and I'm,
first of all, yeah.
That's why I said pins, because that's what she said. I'm like, yeah. So I'm reaching in my pocket to grab a button out, and she says, oh, well, who are you guys and how does this work? I said, oh, you don't know who I am and you're asking for a button? I go, you have no idea who we are. And then she goes, oh, well, I saw it off of a hashtag. I said, well, we give buttons out to our followers. I don't know about giving a button to you because you don't even know who we are. And I was pissed. Okay, I was mad. I couldn't imagine what.
Was she not attractive enough that you wanted to give her one anyway?
No, I don't even care.
She wasn't. Okay, now it's clarified.
I don't care what she looked like. She didn't know who the hell we were. And she wanted a button from me, and I was really, really mad. And I was like, well, they're for our followers, giving you a button is not how we do it. They're given to people who follow. And she's like, well, I follow you now. Well, doesn't mean you're going to follow us later. It's going to be follow now, delete, whatever. So anyway, I did give her a button, but I was really, really pissed off. I did not like that. Right. Because I was just like, oh, yeah. Anyway, hey, Pixar Fest is going on. Did you know?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
So check that out.
Did you hear there's popcorn buckets?
I heard something about popcorn.
I wonder if they're going to run out. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't think they'll run out of popcorn.
Buckets.
But, yeah, check out Pixar Fest. Go over there and grab some popcorn buckets, some sippers and tumblers and straws and parfaits and cakes and funnel cakes and churros and Kool-Aid. Lots and lots of stuff. So check that out. Don't forget, on May 18th, we'll have a sneak peek of The Incredibles 2. That's something to look forward to. And, of course, the movie comes out on June 15th. And don't forget, we have I guess it's maybe for Pixar Fest, the Bugs Land activity, blueberry parade thing going on over at Bugs Land for the kids. Check that out. And for all you annual pass holders, if you want to go over to the AP Corner, go ahead, check it out. But I wouldn't put it on the top of the list because it's not really anything you want to do. If you want to get some stickers, go ahead. But, yeah, it's not worth it to me. But I do like the picture. The photo spot's pretty cool, though. The background they have. So it's that's probably the only good thing about it. But other than that, it's a waste of time. All right, so don't forget you can see what we're doing and our doings and goings on our Facebook. All you have to do is check out MousePIRE on Facebook, and we are on the Twits and on the Instagrams at MousePIRE. Yeah, that
Twits
too.
and the tweets.
You can check out Voiceless Anthony Ratman over here on his Twitter at Dewbacks for Life. That's Dewbacks, the number 4 life.
How do you spell Dewbacks, Anthony?
There you go. That's all you need to know.
I'm Tim. And Tim Fresh 1 on Facebook. Hyphen between the fresh and the one. Elizabeth, my lovely girlfriend, has a shopping page. We talked about it earlier. If you don't live in town, or if it's too expensive for you to go pick it up yourself at $5 or $10 extra, it'll cost you less. Feel free to send her a message on Facebook on just searching Disneyland Personal Shopping by the Mouse Lovers on Google too. It pops up. Anyway, what's your name?
I am Diggs, and you can find me on Instagram at Baloo1313. Also, you can find Buttons by Diggs, not pins, on Instagram. There you see when your button order is going out. Also, stop over at dgpclothing.com. Get your MousePIRE gear. That's D as in Donald, G as in Goofy, P as in Pluto. Clothing.com, MousePIRE gear. Don't forget to head over to patreon.com/MousePIRE and help support the podcast. Why don't you hit up that Michael and the Mail Guy $3 special. And also check out us on YouTube. All you have to do is search MousePIRE Podcast, and you can listen to the podcast there. All right, so yeah, that's going to do it for us. I don't have any humorous
anecdotes
that like Anthony usually says. But for Arlie Ermy, Harry Anderson, and Barbara Bush, that's Anthony.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Diggs. Bye.
Bye.
Impressive. Every word in that sentence was wrong.
This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
Anthony, what's your blood pressure?
Why are they shaped like that?
You ever see stuff and then you look back and it's not there anymore? I want to be on the podcast.